I'm Hannah Abbott, a team leader with Usborne Books and More, and I'm going to share our new release chapter books. First, I'm going to start up for our youngest reader. This is recommended for 6 and up, so those very beginning when we're starting to read chapter books. Or if you have a reluctant reader, these are going to be a lot of fun because they're comic strip, they're bright color, lots of little dialogue bubbles, and this is going to be a really quick read. If you have somebody that doesn't care for reading very much. My son went through these so quickly because they're so funny. The first book, Billy is afraid to go to sleep because he's afraid he has monsters in his room, and he starts finding little purple footprints, and he has a bite out of his tie, and he realizes his cheese is taken out of his sandwich. So he sets up a trap and catches one of the monsters and realizes that they're living in his sock drawer, and they're not scary, they're funny, and the first one is just him meeting the monsters, and then the rest of them are the adventures that they go on. So this is a really sweet, a really cute, funny book for beginning readers or reluctant readers. So these are great. They're $4.99 each, or you can buy the whole series at a discount. I'm really excited about our fairy ponies. This is going to be for 7 and up. There's also a brand new series, Fairy Unicorns, that's done by the same author. So if you have girls in your life that loves fairies and ponies and unicorns, they are going to love this. I love how they have splashes of color. So each book has a certain color they use, and they just use a little splash of color. You can still see there's lots of pictures and beautiful flowers. But Holly has to go stay with her great aunt, and she thinks it's going to be boring. And then she notices that there is a tiny little pony, and she thinks she's dreaming, but she's not. And she has to go and rescue one of the ponies. So the first one is her meeting them. In the front, there is a picture of all the unicorns with the ponies with their names, and a map of their Fairy Pony Island. So this is just going to be great for those girls that love a little adventure and fantasy and ponies and fairies. And also check out Fairy Unicorns. We have been loving reading our Bear Grylls adventure stories. They are recommended for 7 and up. This is going to be one of those, if you have boys that are reluctant readers, they are going to love this. There's still little pictures all throughout, but each book goes on an adventure with one child, and it teaches a moral. So in the first one, the little boy goes to camp, and he doesn't want to be there, and he thinks that it's too much work, and he ends up getting a compass that takes him to the blizzard where Bear is, and he has to learn to survive. And so he realizes that hard work is rewarding. Each book, the child goes and learns something important, like not being afraid of bugs, and learning to be patient, and learning to not litter. So I love this. They're splashed through with nonfiction information, as Bear is teaching real survival throughout the story, but they're a real quick read, not a lot of words per page, and short chapters. So we have really enjoyed reading those. 2 new books that came out by the same author is Alfie Onion and Cherry Pie Princess. These are just single standalone books, not in a series. The first one, Alfie is going on an adventure, but it's to carry his brother's luggage, because his brother is going out to win the family fortune. And so Alfie's gone along to carry the bag, but he realizes halfway through his brother doesn't like adventure and doesn't want to be out on this quest, and Alfie has to save the day with his friends. He has a loyal dog and a couple of talking animals. So I think that your animal lovers are going to love this. Boys and girls alike are going to love this adventure. Princess Peony is bored and lonely in her castle, and she wants to go out and learn and do things. There is a royal party coming up, and things just aren't going right, and so we have to see if Peony can make everything go smoothly. So again, I love that there are little bits of pictures, and it looks like it's going to be a really cute story. This one also is a standalone book, and it's Uncle Sean and Bill and the Most Entirely Unplanned Adventure. So this is going to be great for your 8 and up reluctant readers, because it's full of funny illustrations, and the whole story is just full of silly, ridiculous, funny stuff. So I think this is going to be a really humorous story. The badger gets kidnapped by these two ladies, and it's up to Uncle Sean to rescue them, and his plan involves dancing, a mother mole, and an electric fence. What could possibly go wrong? So grab this one and find out how Uncle Sean saves the badger. Tanglewood Animal Park is another one we've been really enjoying. It's for 8 and up, but if you have an animal lover, boy or girl, they're going to love this. Zoe and her family bought the zoo, and they are trying to update it and get new animals, and Zoe is involved in all of this, and she gets to go in and see all the animals and help take care of them. There's also another boy, Oliver, who lives at the zoo also, and so it's great for boys and girls that love animals. It's filled with nonfiction information about all the zoo animals throughout, along with the story. I love that the front has testimony from kids who have read the book and why they like it. In the back, there is a little quiz to see how well you know Tanglewood. So great for reading comprehension. And there's information about the zebras. So just like I said, it's got nonfiction information in there, and then this is about the author and why she decided to write the series. So this is a lot of fun for those animal lovers. And last, we have been really enjoying the Mapmaker Chronicles. We're reading it together as a family, and it's all about Quinn, who's the youngest brother, and his mom taught him to read because he was the runt, and so his job was to help her with the housework, and so she taught him to read. And the king wants to go explore and make a map of the world, so he sends out 3 ships, and they each choose a map maker to take with them, and Quinn is chosen to be his ship's map maker because he's able to read, and he's just got some other characteristics that are interesting that you'll find out along the way. But it's a high sea action, it's fantasy, it's adventure, and there's even a stowaway, and just a lot of unusual twists in the story, and we are really enjoying this. I have to say, I'm really sad at night when we have to stop for kids to go to bed because I want to know what happens next. So this is a great trilogy, and I can't wait to fill in what else goes on. So I hope you found some great new books, great books that you want to get for your readers.